everyone! It's time for episode 3, even though technically this is... Our last episode dropped right as the chapter came out because I was mid-editing it because I was lazy. Even though it was recorded a few days before this current chapter was dropped, but... New chapter! Welcome!
New chapter, chapter 16. What's the title again? I need to
I
pull it up.
forgot.
It is Accomplice. Because guess what we called?
We got the accomplices. So,
Yeah,
basically, we may have called literally everything in this chapter, which is gonna look odd, considering,
we
you
just
know,
uploaded
we
it.
just uploaded, but
But
we
for your
called quite
non-machine
literally
translated
everything.
fans,
Yeah,
you'll
we called
appreciate it.
literally everything.
So,
um,
chapter starts off with Petra's Book of the Dead reading. We called
yeah,
it.
we called it. We knew
Also,
which one it was. It was going to be the one where
Tea
Super
Party.
kills himself with Petra's handkerchief. Then
hmm
goes over to Al.
Al is doing stuff, yeah.
That's not what I meant. Al's talking to the bartender who we brought up
Oh,
beforehand.
oh, you're talking about that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
the bartender's there. He's surprised that the fucking divine dragon, Volcanica, is having beer with the bros.
yeah. We went on before about like, hey, you think the bartender's gonna have seen the divine dragon, kind of
He's
fighting
just seeing the
someone?
shit. Like, he's seeing the
Yeah,
Witch of Envy come out, and he's like, aren't you supposed to be solving that? Aren't you supposed
yeah.
to be protecting us?
Which is also especially funny because it's not just the Kingdom Night. Like if it was just, oh yeah, it's okay, Royal Candidates Night. I can understand why you want to be fighting. No, that's the Divine Dragon.
It's literally the God Emperor of they changed their whole symbolism to be dragons because they made a
Yeah,
contract with them. That's how important he is. Funnily enough, Al did order milk, like a certain someone. So, Japanese thing.
like I mean, I think it's also due to just not wanting to drink with the power that you have, right?
hmm
Because Subaru also mentioned like a reason why he didn't want to drink was because he thought he'd accidentally spill the secret, but it's also to do with just doing some wacky shit when he needs to lock
Strategical,
in.
yeah. But Al Kanika is like, I don't care, bro. I don't care. Give me something.
I mean, if
This
you if
body
you
can
got
handle
suddenly
it.
transplanted into a dragon's body, wouldn't you want to test its alcohol tolerance?
Yeah, probably. I mean, like, it's not like they're gonna do any fighting later. Wink.
Wink. The accomplices, also
Mm-hmm.
called literally
Yai.
Yay Tenzin.
Yay.
Yai.
Yay. I thought it was
Yay.
Yai.
I'm not
Yay
Japanese. Yay
Tenzin.
Tenzin.
The girl with like the cat smile who
Yeah, who we
appeared.
just looked up
Yeah.
like
And
earlier,
because
and
she's like the only other member of the Priscilla like camp that's like still around. So
yeah, and then you also called Heinkel being in on it because of the Divine Dragon and Luana, which is
yeah.
fucking wild. That means that Al did plan the book shit.
Crazy reveal. Or it could have just maybe been bluffing because he wasn't 100% sure that he could actually.
Get the dragon. That's true. He could have also.
He's like, hey, I'm going to
There's no reason he
the
wouldn't have lied
tower.
to.
So
Yeah. There's no reason he wouldn't have lied to to Heinkel.
I'm sure through a couple of loops he convinced him that. But that probably gave
Um.
him the idea or something.
It still seems that even like beneath it, Al's like a decent guy. Strangely, because he said in one part, not that he said, but in his thought process, which is like everything out of all the information we get from Al, no matter what he says, we have to like parse that. But his thoughts are like what we want to know that give us an idea of what he's like, what he's actually like,
hmm
because he could be lying. One of his thought processes was, if I wasn't so deadbeat tired, I'd be pushing that barrel out myself or something like that. Which means
Yeah,
he's
he's
not
super mentally like just out
he,
of it at this
he's
moment.
not like a dick. He's not trying to be a dick to the bartender. So
Like he could totally just rob him, but he at the end he pays him. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, he's not. Especially with what he says at the end with trying to save the. And ironically, you misstepping and saying, "Hey, wasn't there a limit or a time limit on what Al wanted to do?" That also turned out to be a
Revealed
call out.
time
Yeah,
limit.
7 days. There's a time limit of 7 days.
Now, what that means, I think there's a couple of things that he could do. Because first, well, let's come back for a moment and look at his conversation with Heinkel.
Mm-hmm.
At this moment, he is currently in control of Volcanica, and Heinkel's just like, hey, dude, let's just do this already. But for
Yeah, like give me the
starters,
dragon's
he said
blood.
he wants to keep Heinkel under his thumb, right? But
First of all,
also,
yeah,
he mentions that I can't do that without
because the dragon's still alive, right? It's
which brings a whole different meaning to the dragon's blood, as
yes.
originally it's a curse, right?
Mm-hmm. And
So
keep in mind that there are so many people out there whose motives currently are the dragon blood. Like Amelia's motive, her main motive is to free the people of Elior Forest that Roswell said could be done with the dragon's blood. So what gives, right?
literally every single candidate, maybe besides Priscilla, now wants the dragon's blood. Or I guess Anastasia too,
Besides
but
Priscilla, dude, she's fucking dead. You don't need to say that.
okay. But
Um,
think about it, like Krush probably wants it to get her memories back, right? And she
probably.
also wants the dragon's blood in order to get rid of their kingdom's reliance on the dragon too.
I mean, she
So
originally just wanted to kill the dragon.
by proxy, getting the
Anastasia?
dragon's blood apparently.
Why would Anastasia want it? For Julius? For to cure her own weak constitution?
I don't think it's that selfish. I just don't think she has a reason to, because as
Priscilla
she
technically
stated,
did.
well,
Her
you
camp.
know,
Her camp
her
did.
camp wanted it, yeah.
And
But
Amelia's camp,
now
you know. It's a matter of do we know if he was bluffing or not? Because what reason would he have to lie to Heinkel about that?
to keep him under control, that's one. We know he's a manipulator, but we also know at this current moment he's probably at his weakest in terms of mental fortitude, right?
Yeah, he did
So
experience just
a
a few years.
thousand, a
Yeah,
100,000 losses. So
like a third of a year, or was it a third of a year or something like that?
I think something like that, yeah. Because
Just
it was only like 2 minutes, so
2 minutes per. We don't know if he. Well, if we're going by what he says, and we can't really disprove him because he's been. We still don't know any of his backstory yet, so he could actually be telling the truth, and he could know this. But logistically, how would that work? Because for to know how the divine dragon could like it's like blood could cure people, right? And have it be like a spread out thing, like oh the divine dragon's blood can cure any disease. It had to have an effect. It had to be used at some point, right? You get what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah.
So if the stipulation of using the divine dragon's blood is that the divine dragon has to die, then
Seems
it
kind of
wouldn't
like
make
a big.
sense, right?
Here's what I thought, right? What if the what if Volcanica has already died? What if
Hmm.
the dragon's blood is a dragon kin?
The dragon blood itself is the dragonkin?
I mean, yeah. No one really seems to know unless it was Alcanica specifically talking about it, right? It that could just be another wording of the creation of a dragonkin, right? Because in essence, Volcanica has already died, right? His mind's already he's a husk.
He's a dragon husk. Well, so then, well, he's not dead, even if he is a dragon kitten or a dragon husk, because otherwise they would have been able to draw the blood, right? It's
Well,
unless
yeah,
Al is, unless Al's possession of him became
a
like
new
if,
thing, but
yeah,
like
if it became
yeah,
alive again because of it,
that's
and
just this is just a crackhead theory,
yeah,
just
this is
throwing out
all
there.
really,
If we want to get back into more grounded stuff, uh, yeah, for now, Al could be lying. There's no reason he would. Just
Because the thing about Dragon's Blood is we've seen it with Capella, but we don't know how she can just do it if it's a
in
product of her
theory, also,
authority.
that was a lesser dragon,
Yeah.
so
It wasn't said to be the Divine Dragon's Blood, which is, I guess, fair. Yeah. The way it was visualized in season 3, it didn't look like the Divine Dragon. So I guess it could have just been a different dragon, and then she
well, we've
like
seen
her
like
authority
how
created it.
dragons work, right? Or
Yeah.
how dragons look with Meteora, and also, oh wait, what?
Yeah.
And also Volcanica. So we do know that that dragon in specific probably wasn't, you know,
Yeah.
like one of the big ones. It could have just been like one of the ones that Sekhmet murdered, something
Yeah,
like
I mean,
that.
if anything, it's probably just that she's creating like the body part of a dragon or something, and then like taking the blood out.
Yeah, because that's how it works.
But I
Um,
mean, that feels weird though, right? Because if normal dragon's blood is like a poison to the body, why would divine dragon blood heal from everything, right?
mm, yeah, we still don't really know. I mean, true dragons are very untouched in terms of
Because
like what we know.
that would be like a huge gut punch at the end for everyone to, or like Amelia to have won and gotten the dragon's blood somehow, and she starts using it, and all it does is curse the people in the ice.
And it's like, what the hell was the original Lion King doing, making a contract with this like guy? It's like, oh yeah, I get dragon's blood, a good, semi-good curse poison thing. Yeah, that's
Yeah, it doesn't feel right. So there's
no,
just a
it
lot
has
in
to.
the air with that.
We'll just have to see how Al treats the treatment of Heinkel's comatose wife.
Yeah,
I don't know her
the
name.
thing is that like if it was a different character in possession of the divine dragon, you know for sure that the dragon's blood would come into play because it'd be like, oh, that's like a healing thing that could come out at some final like twist hour as like they're beaten down and dying on the ground, and then guess what? Their divine dragon body just comes and goes, "Here's my dragon blood." But with
And
Al,
also,
it's if he's injured and dying, he's just gonna kill himself.
yeah, he has like no reason not to. You want to go back to the whatchamacallit, Al's previous acts, like how he set up the book,
Okay, yeah, there's a lot to.
because
What part of it?
there's probably multiple books of Subaru just out and about. He could
Hmm.
have in possession multiple. Like we
It
don't
could.
know.
It feels
And
weird for it to be this book specifically, right? It could have been
mhm,
luck, right? Or he could have actually read the books.
but I think that's unlikely.
Yeah, I
Like,
think it was most likely just luck.
yeah. I don't think Al decided to plant the rabbit death or not
Not the
post
rabbit
rabbit
death,
death
the
loop.
Satella death. Yeah.
It's the post rabbit loop. I really
The
don't think he went out of the
it's
way.
the what was it called? It's the I forgot what it was called.
Mm, unlikely that he actually read it because one, we do know that reading a book unprepared takes you out for like a bit, and I don't think you can really like loop that because it's instantaneous. You don't
True.
really. I mean, I guess he could have, but why would he give them a useful book if he could read any book?
Maybe it's the only one that would trigger it, like safe.
I mean, also, to be fair, Subaru was only shown handling one book. It's just that book, right? So,
Yeah,
by all
I
means, it could just be
so
luck.
for all
I
we
think it's
know, it
just
could be like a
unlikely.
separate book. Like logistically, what are the chances that that other book that he hid is still a Chekhov's gun that could be fired, and then
Mm.
it's like a loop that has some specific information. I
Because we just know that by at this point, it's a cognito hazard. Anyone who knows about a death or is in possession of Subaru, besides like, I guess Betelgeuse for a limited amount of time, As
I mean,
long
that
as
at
they
least
are
didn't
like in close
know.
contact with the soul, then at that point the Witch of Envy is gonna act, right?
Well, I think it's we don't. It's another one of those mysteries of ReZero that I brought up. It's like we don't know why people like. There's 1,000 different reasons that the Witch of Envy could be intervening for.
Hmm.
The only one that we know for sure is a no go is the telling others about the return by death
Yeah.
because that's like the taboo.
Hmm.
So
And Petra just did the taboo.
yeah, she just broke
So
it because she learned about it.
how are they gonna survive? Like,
Well, I mean, we
is
already mentioned this. Reinhardt's probably holding them at bay for a long while.
but in
Then
the
Hierarch,
end,
I'd assume,
what if
and they survive. Probably
Reinhard has to make a choice between Petra and, you know, what if he finds out somehow?
he
Like,
probably won't. Like, there's no way that he can logistically converse with them. And I
true.
highly
They
doubt
are
he's going to be using, I don't know, divine protection of eavesdropping.
we do know that he has divine protection of telepathy.
Telepathy.
Yeah.
But that's not what that does, I think.
Well, no, but we were able to see Subaru and him communicate in their fight.
Oh, true.
So
But I don't think
it
that's.
it's
If
just
anything,
Liliana is kind of shit at using her DP. So
if anything, I see Clint showing up now to extract
yeah.
them. Because this is causing a big spectacle. So if
Oh
Clint
yeah. I
doesn't
mean, like,
go, he's kind of
interesting.
throwing.
Yeah.
Which of envy appearing, magnanimous.
Uh, and then he's gonna show up.
I am here to
At that
rescue you,
moment,
benevolent.
Al's gonna go on his 7-day journey. So
Okay, 7 days.
that's
Why
more than the
7?
3 it took to actually get to the watchtower.
Yeah, it's
So
like 7. It's another one of those instances of 7 appearing. It's always
yeah,
7 with ReZero. It's always 7 sins,
7
7
deadly sins,
archbishops,
7 bishops, the witches.
7 witches. It's
Just, like,
always bizarrely
he needs
7.
7 days in order to stop the world from ending. Okay, he says specifically, I will settle this in 7 days. In 7 days, I will remove the cause of the end of the world. And then later on, it says, I'll keep going so that I can be myself.
I can finally be myself. We still don't know what that means. Um,
Could be a contract,
if
right?
anything, the I can finally be myself maybe lends to the idea of maybe he removes Subaru so he can instead get all of the authorities.
Yeah, which is like, oh yeah, the
Which is like,
authorities
cause,
make
cause,
up the
cause
whole
that plays
person
into
a
that plays
human.
into the whole becoming a whole person idea, and in that case, then being himself would constitute returning to a full human, which would imply that
He was
he
originally
was
not,
he was originally the
or
human that got shattered into the authorities,
which
right?
sadly this is another or
That's
actually not,
another weird
it's a flugel
flugel
equals
owl thing.
owl, maybe. It's more support for that, which, like, getting later on into the story,
Yeah,
starting to look
I mean that one I didn't.
more.
I disagree with Al equals Subaru. I don't inherently disagree with Al equals Flugel
Yeah.
because it makes sense with the authorities theory.
Hmm.
With the take away the 5 sins from someone, you get a husk of a man.
But it seems like once he kills, or once he gets rid of Subaru, then he's got it. And Subaru's only got like 3. So what I do want to note is their authorities seem to interact in some way. As seen in Arc 7, where he literally loses his authority and it's seemingly inherited by Subaru during the shodification.
Theoretically, I mean we don't know that for sure
We don't know, but
because logistically Subaru wasn't like setting up the Matrix, right?
no. But we do know that technique was created by Echidna.
Hmm.
Because it said specifically, like, I think Echidna just likes saying the incantations even if it was unnecessary. But like
Yeah.
I think this was like in Arc 8, so
I was just.
Al is definitely one of the things of all time.
It's so.
So like in 7 days, right? That's how long it took them to get to whatchamacallit? The tower, right? So
I don't
from
think it's inherently
Wallachia
just 7 days.
or 3 days, it took them 3 days to get from like
I don't think
Wallachia
it's just
to
7 days of travel.
Pleiades.
I.
Like it could be travel. Like maybe he's gonna like drag him and Subaru to like all the way to Gusteco or something.
Gusteco is. There was an unofficial ReZero map made a while ago, and I don't know
It's
if
like
it
in the
still
north,
holds
right?
up. Yeah, we know
Because
that.
it's cold.
Yes.
So maybe he's going to
Cold and
Omega or
Gusteco.
something, but
Okay,
okay.
I'm looking at the map, and it is indeed official because it was in a web game. So it was in an official web game. So they said they were where were they initially?
Uh weren't they in Wallachia?
But like where exactly?
Uh the edge kind of like near Karagi, right? Because that's where they were departing with Anastasia and
Near Kararagi? That feels odd. Like Garla or Garkla or
maybe
Rupagana? Was it
I want to
Rupagana?
just say the closest to the sand dunes. That's like,
Cause if you look at the map, the sand dunes is quite literally at the edge of the world.
oh
On
wait,
the right
what?
side. It is at the edge of the world.
Wait, wait, was it Clind?
What?
Was it Clind that was like making the travel time shorter? Was that like
Okay, because how it works
because it
is
could have been
it's
that.
in terms of things that they had to get through or move past from, let's say, Rupagana. The
Can you send
burial.
this? I can't see it.
Okay, yeah, I'll just send it to you. I'm gonna describe it anyways because
Yeah, yeah, go
not
ahead.
everyone's gonna be able to see this because this is
No,
not
that's
actually not how I imagined this at all. Um,
Hive, Wallachia.
Budheim hasn't been. We haven't gone there yet. There's Flanders is just a real place. I forgot about that. Um, but like if you
It
look
wasn't
at
it
how
Clind
far,
or Klein that like helped change the help get everyone to where they're going, right? It wasn't that what happened?
oh, true, that's true.
So at that point, the
Because
map doesn't.
at that point he could be logistically crossing all the way
Oh, and then the
across the
3 days was
continent.
just travel time for them, right?
Yeah,
So the 3 days was travel time in the Orguria sand dunes. So
because I'm looking at where everything is. It's just I feel like this wouldn't be 3 day. Actually, can you go and look at how long the travel time was?
yeah, sure. Should be Witch Cult to 2, so that's good. I wanna say like what chapter? Probably like 9 or something?
Something. Because it should have said at some point that
Oh,
travel
limit of
time
3 days. Limit of 3 days. Okay, let's
from
see.
for what travel?
Oh no, that's just the title name. Uh,
That's I think that's Aldebron's plan.
okay, never mind.
Chapter nine's after. I'm pretty sure it's after he gets Ulf Shamak, dude.
Reunion at Sandwin? No. Out of regret?
Gusteco. Gusteco in the north. Gusteco's not even labeled on this map.
Isn't
I
it
mean,
the Elder Snowfield though?
yeah, that's where the Eater Snowfield. Yeah, that's where it is,
Eater.
but it's not even labeled as Gusteco.
Hmm.
he really mainly just had Wallachia and Lagunica mapped out. I mean, it makes sense, but it's interesting the ones that are mapped. Gununhive, Gorazia, Mesoria, Rupgana.
What the hell? What?
Is it not specified what the travel time
I
was?
don't think it was. Visible at a distance from Mirola, during sand time. Keep up Petrash. When Super called out, it was a man, of course. In the Valachian Empire, once again, on the way to the Pleiades Watchtower, the long journey was still ongoing. There had not been time to unwind. Yeah, what?
It's not mentioned.
I don't think it's mentioned. All
Well, we don't have
day?
a frame of reference at all. Well, I guess the frame of reference would be different by cart than by dragon.
But, like, ugh. I mean, keeping in line with the world throw off, I mean, they're right next to
Yeah, so they're not
the...
throwing him off the waterfall.
Because they could have
They
just done that already.
It's literally just the
They're going the
Pleiades
opposite
Watchtower is
way.
right next to the Great Waterfall.
Yeah.
It's hmm.
So probably not that.
I'm looking at locations currently in Gusteco, and maybe he tries to use Odd Glass to freeze him. No, that
He's already in stasis, so...
yeah, that doesn't feel right. Unless there's something special about Odd Glass that we don't know. There's a volcano.
But wouldn't that just, like... You know...
Would that hurt you through the seal is the question. I mean, well, no, I don't think it would. Because if he's in Al's stomach, then the digestive fluids should be hurting him, right?
But, like, 7 days
Of digestive
to...
fluids.
No. 7 days from
The
across
volcano is
the...
across the entire continent.
Yeah. I'm looking at it
We don't
right
know how
now.
fast a dragon goes.
Well, we do know how fast Reinhardt goes. So,
I don't think
from
Reinhardt's
Astrea... No, but, like, from Astrea, right? Where's the Astrea Manor?
It's actually pretty far from Astrea Manor's on the plateau. So he
Oh,
essentially
yeah.
crossed.
He crossed the Lithos plain,
He essentially crossed almost all of Lagunica.
and that was like in, I want to say, like
A few minutes, let's
10
say.
minutes, right? Because it took the course of the
Okay, not all of
entire...
Lagunica, like half of Lagunica or something like that.
uh getting a better look at it from there. No, he about like 1/5.
Of Lagunica? I mean, like with.
Oh, Lagunica, yeah. Lagunica, yeah. Not
But
not the entire
I
world.
assume Reinhardt's probably honestly faster than a Divine Dragon.
I want to say that too,
Because
because
looking
he
at
was
like
having
God
trouble
locations,
with like keeping up with him, right?
you could drop him in the volcano, right?
There is the Grand Moglad Geyser.
That feels. I'm still looking at locations within Gusteco. There's this place called Silphoa, which says a Gustecan town that was afflicted by a dream world. There's
Oh,
there's the Vault of Sacraments, which is a prison-like
okay.
place
Wait.
where people who get thrown in it are said to undergo an eternal slumber, in quotes.
Oh, huh.
So that might be it.
Interesting. I mean, he already is like in an eternal slumber, but that makes sense.
Yeah, that would be a valid location. So we have like three valid locations for him to be sent. Um, because I don't think there's anywhere valid in Kawaragi, and it would feel weird to go immediately there unless we want to bring Hannibal back in.
But like, how is he gonna convince Hannibal?
Yeah. So hey, I have the boss. I don't know. Maybe he shows off to Hannibal the same way Subaru did in Sloth.
Yeah,
Like
but like, wouldn't Hannibal still be with like Anastasia, right?
this is
And then
true.
Anastasia's like, "What the hell? He got Subaru."
Yeah, he got Subaru.
And then he Hannibal goes, "But he's a fine fellow, though."
What if? Okay, so it said when the Witch of Envy rampage, she destroyed half the world, right?
Yeah.
Did that half of the world like fall into the Great Waterfall?
I want to say so because like there's a
It doesn't. It's not anywhere here.
I want to say so because like if you see on the top right, you can see some like island stuff happening. Maybe those are remnants from the effects of the Witch of Envy, right?
Hmm. It's
Because
possible.
like no other place on the map is clearly showing that much damage. So, oh, same with the swamp too. The
Wasn't
swamp
she
is kind
put
of
to
just
end in Lagunica?
yeah, and Luganica is like at
Yeah.
the right side. So,
Yeah. I guess it makes sense. Oh no, no, that totally makes sense because if she was put to end in Lagunica, then it would have been like she's coming from this side going here, right? And
mhm,
the Pleiades watch, and then she's sealed, and the Pleiades watchtower is right at the edge.
the edge of the waterfall.
That
Yeah,
makes sense then.
yeah. I mean,
So
honestly, we could probably just consider the throwing off Subaru to not be
a possibility, yeah.
it because like why does he have a time limit for getting him
The
all
thing
the
is
way?
like it could be because what if the time limit is instead like the time limit to kill all the authority wielders first, right, or something like that, like. I have 7 days to. What? Why seven specifically? Maybe because
It's
he could literally
designating
just be
one.
doing that to fuck with us. To be like, seven would be fitting for me to get all seven authorities. Or something like that.
I hate that so much. But he could just be no, no, he's tired. He's tired. Why would he lie right now?
He's a weird guy. Actually, he's taking Subaru all the way across the world to Zarestia's bed.
Oh yeah, Zarestia's finally showing up.
But that volcano isn't in any of the bounds of any of the places.
Maybe I don't know.
I feel like we're going way into.
You want to take it back a notch and talk about like oh, you want to talk about his line of like hold on, let me bring it up real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so like if you can help me try to find it, there was like this line of him. Actually, you know what? So let's just ignore that part. Did you know that there's actually a side story called "The World That Petra Saw"? Hmm, isn't that interesting, Tappe?
What's it called? Or what is it? What happens in it?
Uh, basically, it talks about how like her backstory, why she wants to be like a maid, why she wants to like sew, and what she thinks of like Subaru's like as a person because he did a lot of stuff with Rem, but now that's fully attributed to him too. So it's kind of like her view of Subaru. So that's interesting, I guess.
What else? What else do we get? We get Petra knows about the Witches of Sin, right? Because the handkerchief
Hmm.
loop is not only where she said it's. She also says make a contract with me, right?
Yeah.
Wait, no, 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 no. She doesn't because
No, she
she
says
enchants
the
the.
witch of. the witches' tea party. That's where it ends off, I think.
Yes, 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 yes,
Like
yes,
this
yes, yes.
statement
So
of
what exactly happened to the tea party other than is that she gives him a chance to meet everyone, all the witches, right? I think.
yeah. She gives the speech. She deceives Subaru
No,
by
yes,
like look
he meets Typhon, then Minerva,
to
then
fix her,
Daphne.
Daphne, and then
Oh, no, no, it's
everyone,
yeah, then Daphne.
and
No
then
Carmilla.
Sekhmet also shows up too,
Does it?
along with
Does
the.
she?
No, they all show up in the final like
No, but
what you
this isn't
call it.
that loop.
Is it not that loop?
No, that loop is
Oh wait, this is
the
the Petra. Yeah, this is the Petra
yes, this is the
handkerchief.
Petra loop. So
Okay.
I'm trying to think what we get from it. She knows about Return by Death because of the confession. She knows about pretty much everything because he explains his entire journey to Echidna.
Mm-hmm. He like
Then she gets an explanation on the Great Rabbits. Typhon appears. Minerva appears. Daphne appears. Then she says, I'll take that payment. Oh, I'll take this handkerchief as payment, then pushes him through the door. Garfield. Garfield saves Subaru. Then gets killed by the Witches of Envy. That's it, I think. So, if anything, this is actually a good leaping off point to. If they're not leaving the tower, um, which I don't even know if Petra has like the mental right now to do so, but she could technically go and read Minerva, Satella, and not Satella. Yeah, she could. She could go and read Minerva, Satella,
no,
Echidna,
Satella's
and
not dead.
Daphne's books.
Satella's not dead.
Oh, this is true. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. This is true. My bad. She could read
Oh
and
well, she could.
Echidna.
If we're going off the idea that the Witch of or the Envy factor is Subaru's factor, then maybe she did die, but she
Yeah.
probably. I mean, if she's powerful enough to only be sealed, like I doubt they could kill her. And then the Witch of Envy's
Cause
like,
she
oh
also
boy,
got
prep
the
time.
phantom pain trauma from it too. Oh, she got the feeling of being eaten alive. Why seven? Ah! Okay, so also
Oh,
Heinkel.
yeah, Heinkel's there. I still believe in him. You know, he's just a
He
wife
didn't
guy. Like you
know
gotta
that he
feel.
was gonna. He didn't know that
He even
Reinhardt
felt
was gonna
bad
fight the
for
Witch of Envy.
Reinhard.
He
He's
was
like,
like,
bro,
he
that's
was
my
like,
son.
yeah, he's like, wait, what's going on over there? And then Al goes, oh yeah, I got Reinhardt to fight the Witch of Envy, and I was like, what? What? What?
That's my
Why?
son. He's only 19 years old.
Oh
Why is he
man.
fighting the literal devil? Satan? Uh, but honestly, I hope everything turns out well for him. Um, I found an interesting quote that wasn't machine translated very well. It says, if my erring is beyond the point of no return, then before repeating this much and patching together retribution to the point of drowning in it, then you should have let me begin from the main story to atone. Now, what's
Who's
interesting
saying
about,
that?
I think this is Al,
What the fuck?
but what is interesting about this is it's using iconic quotes from
It's
every
all
single.
quotes from every single if
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
Matching together.
So if my airing Ayamatsu was beyond the point of no return, Kasanaru, uh, uh, patching together Gluttony,
Honey.
to the point of drowning Obereru, and
Mm-hmm.
then you should have let me start from the beginning to atone Aganaru, which is also interesting that he, acknowledged it.
What the hell?
So, I mean,
I
hands off to
this is
Tape,
so
but I mean, we already knew that he was a parallel of
yeah, we
the
knew
if
he was
routes,
like we knew that all the ifs were coming in to
but
the
just
main
having
story.
him say every single iconic quote in like one sentence,
Come
like,
on, man. I'm gonna be patching together your ass if
Oh my god. But that does also bring into consideration this arc is heavily if
Based, yes.
adjacent.
Because
So for
I
all
mentioned
you
earlier.
TikTok ReZero fans, you're in for a fun time because your goat,
Hmm,
Greed Subaru, he's gonna die a million times and then beat Sung Jin Woo from Solo Leveling.
there are still like setups that can be paid off. Okay, so logistically, get it together. Roswell had a plan with Ram to kill the Divine Dragon. That's something that could come into play. And since it involves Ram, that whole thing could be dealt with Al. So we're probably getting them showing up at some rate or at some point.
Probably. I mean, if we're gonna get Clint around, then anything's on the table.
Also, this does serve to show that Subaru's books are different than Al's. So Al's is just
Mhm.
really weird. We don't
Could
know
be a
how it
connection with
works.
Echidna. I
It's
mean, we
just
do know he can affect books. Uh, so maybe.
there was a my like visualization on the like difference is that Al's essentially running a simulation in real time. And then if the simulation works out, he can choose to like save it.
Hmm.
Like it's like you running this or trying to say
He's
like
trying to render a video,
no. I
maybe.
was gonna say it's just like playing chess in your head, right? Over and over
Oh,
again. Except it's like you're playing against a machine, and the one that you do is saved. The one where you go, that's the one, and then you play it, it's saved.
yeah.
It's
He's basically trying to do quantum, like, computer shit, but he has to go through each and every single, you know. Actually, no, it's not quantum because then he's not trying both outcomes at the same time.
yeah. I how else could I describe it? It really is quick save, quick loading.
Hmm. And we are still yet to see Victim in play from part or arc 5. Like, that's gonna show up, right?
And leap, rip leap.
Oh yeah, Leap.
Can't believe Al brought out his most powerful part of his authority just to fuck with leap. Well, no, okay, no. Because I feel like using victim is actually kinda
Bad.
yeah against these
Because he's
specific
not like
people.
actively progressing towards a goal. He's
Yeah,
not trying to just defeat them. He's
because
trying to
if like
achieve.
for example, if he used victim on Ezo, I don't think that would work out well logistically. Because Ezo could probably figure something out, right?
Yeah.
It's not like because Ezo was
Well, for
figuring out his
starters, we've
authority.
only seen a one-on-one, right?
And yeah, if the bounds, the I don't want to get pushed out of my authority still applies. By
Matrix.
giving the opponent control of the situation in an infinite amount of retries, if you're fighting Reinhard, you don't want that because Reinhard could
No.
logistically really easily just push you out of the arena.
Yeah.
If given infinite retries, Reinhard will probably do that at least once.
He would figure it out. He's stated by the author to have great intuition. So
Still worse than
he just
I
doesn't
just
know eighth grade science.
unfortunately.
I mean, it's not like he died or anything from it. So
Schizobaru. Ah, okay. What else do we get? We know that Heinkel is logistically probably not on Al's side anymore. Well, he might still be blackmailed into it, and it's sunk
well, he's
cost fallacy.
unconscious right now. So
This
at
is
this point, he
true.
is a hostage.
Also, Al, this is like the fifth time it's been noted how weirdly tough Heinkel is.
He okay. He's the goat. He fought against the dragon and lived like
Yeah, like
three
logistically,
times.
it's extremely weird. Not even
Like,
just
sure, he may not have the swordsmanship, but this dude is like built different,
yeah, like
unironically.
he withstood dragon blows. He it's just
At at this point, I feel like he does deserve the van. Like, unironically, give the man the Van Estrella treatment. Like, come on.
like I don't even know if it's at this point due to him secretly having something or because he doesn't have a divine protection.
He doesn't have a divine protection, which is well, kind of weird because Teresia had a divine protection, right?
The
So
death
we
god,
do know
yeah.
that they can have two DPs at once.
It's just so odd.
Like I feel like there is more to him. Like
Because if we're going by the hated by the world and loved by the world, right?
mhm.
And with Reinhardt being loved by the world and divine protections meaning that you're loved by the world, like the fact that he's gotten so far just unacknowledged at all by either side is it's
I feel like
suspicious.
he's another one of those characters where like if the Book of Wisdom was actually real, that or was actually not was actually like still around, then reading it, I feel like he wouldn't show up. Same with Otto, right?
In terms of
Maybe I don't know. I'm kind of tripping, but what I do know is like he's tanky enough to be comparable to like Garfield, who is like
yes,
one of the most tankiest characters, like top 10 at least, top 10 tankiest characters in ReZero.
especially since he just regens if he's on the ground no matter what.
Mm-hmm. And he has a
That
DP. He has a DP too.
he has divine protection too. It's just Michael's so
Like he is the average guy. Like sure he has like you know obviously like flow method probably, but I mean even divine generals seem to be above his pay grade, so how is he
I
getting knocked around by fucking Meziora and, like
it's just how is he living to tell the tale?
like no way Meziora was holding back, right?
Yeah, no, there's
It's also interesting to note in Garfield's chapter, he was also a part of that stage. So get anywhere?
I'm thinking. I'm still thinking of places he can go. Not
Oh,
Elior Forests because that's way too close.
no, yeah. It wouldn't take
That's
7 days.
Elior Forest
Unless
is the
he's like
same distance from the Watchtower as Astrea Mansion is. And Reinhardt was at Astrea Mansion and got here in seconds.
mhm.
We need
I mean, sure, he's like
close.
not comparable, but like this dude can like also fly now, so
Reinhardt kills Petra. Reinhardt kills Petra. Guys. I
for the
just
greater good.
There's so many places it can go. It's more of what what is there that we don't know currently?
Ustako,
No, no, I mean like what current actions are going on that have holes in them?
uh, his actual plan, uh, where, uh, where they were going, or where was Gay and Heinkel? Like, were they just like
At the tavern,
around,
that's funny. They're
like
just
on
fucking
our,
around. I don't, like my
like how?
I
Why
guess
were
is
they?
it can't be it's either those places in Gusteco. It's it could be that he's trying to get all the authorities, but it's so hard to call like him going across the
Oh yeah,
continent.
7. I mean, like Okay, for one, most of the authorities are like in Lagunica at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Pretty much all of them are, except for Spica.
yeah. But even then, the gluttony, you only need like a part of it, maybe? Because we did see the door glowing, right? And that was only with
Indeed.
the part of the gluttony, so you probably only need one.
ReZero future arc titles. I'm just checking to see if there's anything that that could help. Felt Arc 10 is Felt and Reinhard Camp, and it takes place in the capital. Arc 11 is in Elior Forest and around Crucius Camp. Arc
Hmm.
12, Frederica is a main character. The witches will come back, and it's the final arc. Arc 9 is so. Ah!
Okay, so Garfield is getting escorted down the tower, right? Because they are like, oh yeah, if we just get him on the ground, he's gonna regenerate. Like,
Yeah, but that's weird, is it not? It's
well,
based
it's
off of his perception on what the ground is, and that's why he was able to
yeah,
heal in like a house,
yeah.
like a second floor of a house. I
Maybe it's like since he's unconscious, he's unable to actually act on his cognitions.
uh,
So it's the no, that doesn't make any sense.
Thank you,
Um,
Google AI Overview, who says in the ReZero series, the future arc is generally referred to as the Land of the Wolves.
whoa, is that
Eh,
like when we're gonna go to
Focus,
Valakia?
focus. This arc primarily explores Subaru's journey into the future,
He does
where he
go into the
encounters a
future,
new
technically.
set of challenges and characters, including the Volgar tribe.
Yeah, iconic. They were so
The fuck are
iconic.
the Volgar tribe?
What do you mean? It's the they had to instead of a
Instead of using
trial, they had to
arrows, yeah,
like
they had to
yeah.
go kill Volgarm. Where is he going? What's he doing? Not Sanctuary. Why would he go back to?
No.
Why would he go back to Sanctuary? That doesn't make sense.
Echidna?
But
No, but
it's
then
also very close.
Omega
It's
would have probably just taken back her authority if Echidna actually had it. So,
yeah.
like, probably not.
We're not going back to Volcanica. Not Volcanica. Valakia. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
I mean, so he's like, oh yeah, I gotta stop the world from ending, right? Maybe
So
he's referring to
let's think about this, right?
Satella
Right,
or
right. Okay.
a Witch of Envy,
He
but then he
takes.
caused the Witch of Envy to.
He forcibly shoves Reinhard and Satella to the side, so he doesn't have to deal with them because he's fairly certain that he can beat anyone else, which is probably fair unless the Meteor Staff.
The meteor staff, but that required like
The Meteor
Beatrice.
Staff and Roswell. But what's Roswell's plan to defeat the Divine Dragon? We don't know that yet.
Like he can't just like outsnipe like
He's
Al
gonna get.
Canica
Because if
because
you think
he's
about it, all that time that they spent fighting Reinhard was also technically spent training attacks.
yeah, shit.
There's no way you can just fight him like that. There's at this point they've gotten tons of experience with their magic. Unless you call in the like great spears or something, but that doesn't that's the divine dragon, man. I Capella? No, Capella got annoyed by Al. If anything, Capella would lose to Al easily.
No, because yeah, we've seen her already. I mean,
We're at another
maybe
standstill where we don't know what's gonna happen. I
to fix the world. Uh,
to fix the word. What's the exact wording?
I think it's to save the world.
To save the world. I mean, I guess that makes sense, because he had his thing, or Subaru was saving... If anything,
But
this
that,
lends to Subaru and Al being stargazers more. Or
yeah,
Subaru at least being a stargazer, because how else would you know, as a predetermined thing, that Subaru was going to try and save Satella? Right?
mm-hmm,
Unless you
yeah,
explicitly know that with like defined knowledge that Subaru is a being that is destined
to
to free
save
Satella,
a
right? Because
free to
otherwise,
start
logistically,
the
why
end of the
wouldn't he just try
world.
and convince him?
Yeah,
He
I
has
mean, like
infinite retries, right?
he he's shown to Riz try. You gotta retry Riz. I
So,
mean, like
if
with
anything, that means that by proxy, Subaru should be a stargazer. Because the stargazer will is set in stone. You will never be able to convince them.
yeah. I guess it's like in a way he's already. I mean, he's shown to say, "Hey, I'll save you," when
Yeah, exactly. That's
Satella's
because
like,
he couldn't
"Hey,
have
can you please
seen
kill
that.
me?"
I
Maybe he read the book. No, no, he didn't. He
maybe he
didn't.
read all of ReZero already. Maybe Owl's actually
Holy
an
shit!
isekai reader of ReZero.
That fucking hates Super.
Yeah, that hates Subaru.
uh,
Petra's handkerchief. No, I don't think. It'd be funny if there was a special message only viewable in the Books of Dead that Echidna has. Wait, wait, hold on.
hmm?
What if? Hear me out. Petra talks with Ezo. As Petra now knows about Return by Death. And Ezo was operating on the assumption that Al had some future seeing ability. But what if they talk and Petra clarifies with Ezo?
But like that doesn't really clarify,
It
like,
doesn't really help though.
because like that would assume that Petra's like, oh yeah, Al, he's probably like resetting too, even though I'm not a fighter.
Yeah,
Like,
but resetting on death, right? That's a critical distinction. So it would be
yeah,
then
because that also
that would be
differentiates
okay, we
between
can knock him
Al's and
out.
what if the Book of the Dead is from the past or from the future? Al dies, and that's why it's updating. Ugh, I don't know. I
Dog, what
don't
are
know
you
what's
talking about?
happening. I don't know what's
Books of the
happening,
Dead don't
dude.
work like that.
Yeah, no. I mean, maybe we still don't know why the fuck it's working like that. I don't know. I mean, they got melee.
We have melee. We have Shala.
Ma-
Woo!
yeah, yeah,
Woo!
tiny baby
10 seconds
Shala.
of Shala text. Let's
I I'm so
go.
happy. I
I'm
was
so
like,
happy.
holy shit, the tiny scorpion. I'm like, that's my goat.
That's
Yeah,
the goat. That's the
yeah.
goat. That's the goat. That's why she's the goat. I
Season
miss
4, can't
her. I
wait.
miss her. I miss her. I miss her.
If only.
Petra needs to find a kid in his book. No, that's actually bad. We don't want that.
Yeah,
Because if Al could take over
be,
someone.
yeah, like, like Petra's already like,
Do you think? Okay, wait. Who's harder to
damaged.
take over? Who's harder to take over? Al taking over a dragon husk with no personality, or Echidna taking over Petra, who's secretly
Oh,
the Witch of Envy, and Pandora?
yeah, yeah, and Pandora, and she's also Super's mom. Uh,
I mean, I think it's concrete now. That's concrete, baby. That it's the light of a nameless star is Petra,
oh,
right? It has to be. There's
maybe Yai is gonna betray Al. Maybe.
I don't think I don't have a good grasp on our character.
I have no idea what she's capable of. I just
Me
know she's a
neither.
shinobi, I guess.
I thought like
Shinobis are like,
I was
you
reading
know.
her character in a maid outfit. Huh? What's Rem doing here? And then it's yeah, and I was like, oh, wait, what the
Oh,
fuck?
her.
We talked about her.
Yeah.
Um, we need Schizobaru.
I mean, if she does read Kidna's book, I feel like she's just gonna have a mini like read, like connection with
But think
Echidna.
about that. We have Schizobaru and Schizo Echidna. You have the angel and the devil on your shoulders,
Oh my god. Oh,
right?
dude, Echidna has so much knowledge
And then
though.
you have Subaru and Echidna arguing in her head.
But Echidna has so much knowledge. Like so much information. I believe that it could probably possibly sway her
Holy
into.
shit! Wait, she reads Echidna's book,
Mhm.
gains all her knowledge. She learns the secret counterpart that Echidna was making as a failsafe, called Old Gewald, that counteracts Old Shamrock.
Oh, it's so true. So true. Yeah.
Why else does Petra have light magic? She has light magic set up against the person using Old Shamrock, which is dark
Mm-hmm.
magic.
Mm-hmm. And then Subaru's like, no, Shamrock, no. But it's for the better. It's for the best.
Yeah.
Oh, also, this is Arc 4 Subaru, so like mid Arc 4.
Oh. Wait. Oh, this is before he got the talk of. This is before he got the talk.
Yeah. So he hasn't had
Oh.
that too much character development yet. I
Ooh.
mean, he had character development, but not
That's not
past
good.
Arc 4.
That's not good. Oh, and it's gonna be.
That's
It's also like an Arc 4 Super gonna be like, wait, what the hell happened for us to get here? What the
wait,
what the hell? Why
why what the
where are
dragon?
we?
Oh, oh.
What the divine dragon?
I thought we were gonna, chill at the mansion for a bit.
He's gonna be like, what the hell has Future Super gotten into?
Damn you, future self. And then he's like, who? Oh, Al. Wait, at this point, he knows Al is another
Yeah, because
worlder,
it happened in
so
the carriage.
yeah, it happened in the carriage, yeah. Thanks, Season 3. You're confusing me. I mean,
We
honestly, the
need
stakes haven't been this high in a long time. I mean,
we
besides, Arc 8 with the whole country being destroyed, but
we have the Echidna
holy shit,
connection. We have the
Arc 4
Divine Dragon
Subaru and
connection.
Roswell.
Oh yeah, oh, wait, that's funny.
Oh, Roswell's coming.
Yeah, Roswell's coming, and then Petra's not gonna trust him at all.
But this could
Oh
be a
no,
failure condition. Think about it. In their deal, he says if you lose someone, I will.
not hesitate to set the world ablaze. So what?
So,
So we just have Roswell killing everyone
which
and everything.
honestly isn't the worst thing, right?
I guess.
No, but Subaru's like sealed. I feel like he would fight with or. Oh no, they both know Echidna.
Yeah. He's
Oh
going
god.
to.
Well, no, it took him a distinctly more amount of resets to convince Roswell than the
Yeah, so
others.
Roswell. It's like, I think it was Roswell then Otto, or was it Roswell then
Yeah,
Amelia?
yeah. No, I think it was
Otto was pretty
Otto.
high
I
up.
think Otto was. Those three were definitely high,
Like those were the highest ones. I'm pretty sure.
but Roswell was the highest. I'm pretty sure about that.
Shit.
Like his was in the thousands.
Roswell. Roswell. But this was I think a nice slow cooldown chapter.
They literally go to a bar, like,
A divine dragon, a false hero.
and a maid walk into a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have. This is a really funny scenario. We have weird, maybe sage-ish guy. We have technically the divine dragon, and we
We have
have
Shenron.
we have That one guy who was in the Sword Saint lineage but was totally skipped for no reason.
Poor guy.
So we had all we need is the silver-haired half elf.
Yeah. Actually, wait a minute.
Yeah, wait, wasn't she
Dude,
also a half
yeah.
elf?
Who? Petra?
Yay?
Oh, Yay? No, Yay. Oh god, is Yay a half elf? Human. Okay, human.
Okay.
Ooh.
If she wasn't, I would have blown a gasket. I would have actually blown a gasket.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
would have
what
been
other
like, what
half
the
elves
hell's
are
happening,
there?
man?
Do we have any other half elves besides Sphinx?
Sphinx?
Oh, well,
I don't know.
Amelia, Satella,
But anyways, we have those three here.
Ryuzu. Oh god. Omegas
Omega.
and Ryuzu. Okay.
Just saying.
Well,
Just saying. Half elf witch.
oh shit.
Half
Oh
elf
no.
witch. Person
Oh
of Sword Saint
no.
lineage, redhead, you know.
Yeah, get stick swinger.
Well, I mean, he really is just a stick swinger because he has got nothing else special. Divine dragon, in quotes.
Yeah,
Sage,
yeah.
maybe?
Guy from, you know.
We have the
Yeah.
anti-party. We have the anti-party to go up against the party, which would have been Subaru and Reinhardt and Amelia. And
And then
oh,
oh,
and
Patrash.
Patrash, Patrash, because
Patrash.
Patrash is
Yeah,
totally the
yeah,
Dragon
dude.
Kid.
Yeah, yeah,
Holy
yeah,
shit!
yeah.
Holy shit!
Dude,
Holy shit!
it clicked for both of us.
Yeah, we both hit the Patrash.
The goat. The goat. Greatest
It's
of all time. Um, okay, knowing that science interacts with magic, I mean,
I infuse Shamrock with the smell of my Dookie to make a Dookie Mac.
he's Dookie Max, and
The
I
my
don't
fart
know.
Mac.
I feel like I still feel like Klein's gonna m maybe steal it from Al because we've seen him steal a heart from Subaru, so that kind of
Hmm?
implies that he can, you know, get into the insides of someone.
You know what'd be really funny?
What?
If secretly it's just the invisible hand all along, the unseen hand, and then
It's
we
invisible
get there.
providence.
Yeah, when we get there, he's using unseen hand, and then Al sees unseen hand and goes, "Heh, I can see that." And then Clint has a Battle Goose breakdown.
Oh god. Wait. Okay, hold on. So, do you think he can actually see it?
Al?
Yeah.
I mean, we still don't know why Subaru could see the unseen hands.
Oh shit.
Because he
Why?
just has an authority immunity. I don't think anyone else has an authority
No,
immunity.
no, 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 no. He couldn't see it in the first loop.
Well, yeah, but after that one. But I mean,
Yeah.
in general, an authority immunity, considering the authority of gluttony, because unless
Gluttony,
Al
yeah.
was acting it up, he also got affected by the authority of gluttony, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't have forgotten, in quotes, Rem. Wait, now that he's forgotten Rem, what does that mean he thinks about?
We don't know
Hmm.
exactly how gluttony works with him.
Wait, because...
Oh god, we gotta check the Julius interactions with him.
No. For sure, he forgot Rem. He has to have.
Because
Right?
before he's like angry about Rem.
Otherwise, why
I'm
would
gonna
he
say
say
that's a
this
maybe.
isn't a joke? What if him saying like being confused as like this isn't a joke, was because he thought that she was supposed to already have gotten Sleeping Beauty or something.
Oh
Like,
god, time loop.
cause what if he was like, wait, why aren't you
You
gluttony,
know.
right?
Yeah, that could explain that interaction. It's such a weird reaction at that point of the story. Like arc 2, right?
Unless he knows explicit stuff about the Oni god, which It wouldn't even make
Shouldn't.
sense unless it was
Oh,
like
dude, the Oni God. Roswell initially was interested in Rem and
yeah,
Ram
because I was gonna say
because
unless he was
I
part
wanted
of the
to
reason
slay.
that the attack was launched and he tried to get everyone killed, and then he was like,
Wait a
wait,
minute.
no, but he didn't have the reaction to Ram.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know who else wants the divine dragon blood? Roswell,
Yeah, for Echidna, I assume.
Echidna.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's no, but he doesn't like Echidna too much.
Clint or
The Bal. Because I'm thinking maybe he's holding off using the dragon's blood specifically for someone else.
hmm. But like that dragon has a lot of fucking blood, dude.
True.
And I doubt that Heinkel brought Luana here and he was just gonna be like, okay, here's Luana. Like I imagine it was just give me like a cup, you know?
Give me a cup so I can leave and maybe help my son. I don't know why he's
Okay.
out there.
Let me help my son. I must
Because
go
he has to
save my
feel
son.
like a little guilty, right?
Do you think after standing up against Mesoria, he would stand up against the Witch of Envy?
I think so. I
You
think
know what would be
so.
crazy as a final standoff?
What?
Heinkel is like last standing against the Witch of Envy, and then like, and then and then Reinhardt gives his blessings to Heinkel. That'd be funny. And then Heinkel becomes the Sword Saint.
I yeah, he gains the ability to transfer his
The divine
TVs.
protection of transferring protections. The
I mean,
useless divine protection.
we do know that one divine protection, the Sword Saint, is sentient in a way.
Reinhardt lends out the divine protection of the Sword Saint.
What if Reed is just watching this shit and he's like, "Oh my god, you're really gonna go up against her?
Dude, you know what'd be so
Hold up,
funny? You know what'd be so
yeah,
funny?
you know."
You know what'd be so funny? Yo, what if I gave that bum ass dad? That'd be
uh,
so fucked. I just. Ow. The Onis. What are we missing? Why did he do that? Why did he react like that? He didn't react like that to Ram. He saw Ram in Arc 1.
and he's like, "Oh yeah, hey, what's up,
I was like,
Ram?"
oh, yo, yeah, you getting groceries? Okay.
But then
But
Rem,
but Ram
Rem is such a
specifically,
weird. Rem, oh my god.
it has to be it, right? It should have. There's no other reason. If he had been like, why didn't you?
Because we do
Maybe he didn't
know
expect,
he is able to reset time to an extent.
or
So,
maybe he was expecting that Ram was just the full Oni god, and then like him seeing Ram being like, wait, you're split,
oh
and that's why he
no.
confirmed, wait, what's your name? Because if
But like,
Rem
why
was
would the
supposed to be gluttony
name?
eaten, then the name he wouldn't have asked for her name, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So then
He
it should have just been. So why does Al care about the Oni god being split up?
has he actually interacted with Awake? No, he has. He totally has.
With who?
Arc 7. I was thinking if he actually interacted with Awake Rem,
Yeah,
but
he
he
did.
has. He did.
He talked with Awake Rem.
And he was like chill
In quotes.
in a sense.
So
But that was with
why was
Priscilla.
Al upset that the because Rem's existence meant that the horns were split, and then Ram didn't get the full Only God.
Hmm.
She wasn't twin horned. So maybe there was something in the future or something in the past where like they had set up something so that they. Why would he want the Only God to be around though?
Maybe it's Pandora fucking with him.
Pandora walks up to a pregnant woman. Your babies will be twins.
No, no, no. I mean, no, no, no. I mean, like fucking with Al. Like
Fucking with his like memories or something.
maybe because we do know he has
'Cause we do
dementia
know
for
he has
some reason.
dementia.
Like, well, okay, why does he have dementia? Like, what? Ooh, he's like only 40. Like, sure, goes through
Well,
like
no, he's
resets.
technically 500, so it makes sense.
Oh shit. I guess, yeah.
It's a human. It's a person with a human container trying to keep in memories of 500 years. If anything, the dementia thing, I guess, might have been foreshadowing for the fact that he's 500 years old.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Because the human mind probably isn't, programmed to last that long.
No, yeah, yeah. I mean, we literally had an entire arc about Odd,
Yeah.
so that makes sense. No, yeah, that makes sense. But like, why were they in like? Okay, sure, he got blown away, right? But why was he blown away in the first place?
Who? Subaru?
Okay, why was Subaru blown away to Arc 7?
I mean, it could have been Noopsie Doopsie, but I don't think
By
it's
who?
likely.
Witch of Envy?
But, like, how would Volcanic have intentionally blown him away to there? He is a dragon husk.
Yeah. Like, his ass was not remembering shit. Sorry for the language, but yeah, he has
Shit.
dragon dementia. He literally is like a vessel for the Dragonkin at this point. Maybe he's going to the Dragonkin, but
But trash?
why would where's Petrash?
Probably the mansion.
No way he's just gonna go to the mansion without Kanika.
He just goes to the fucking mansion to pick up the trash.
Oh my god.
One entire day of the 7 days to save the world is dedicated to getting Patrash.
Getting a fucking ground dragon.
That'd be raw. No, that'd be actually kind of raw.
Okay, 7 days. Greatest road trip of all time. One day is getting away from the Witch of Envy. Second day, meeting Patrash. Third day, hitting up Omega. Fourth day, going to Gusteco. Fifth day, eating some beer. Sixth day,
Beer?
uh, um, I, I don't know.
Sixth
There's
day,
six,
going to
seven
the
days is too
volcano.
much.
Sixth day,
Seven.
going to the volcano. Seventh day, sleeping at the volcano and dropping Subaru into the volcano.
I'm gonna maybe guess that like there's some sort of maybe there's some trials. I want to say trials appear
Wait,
somehow.
consider this, right?
What?
7 days to get to the volcano. He triggers the volcano to launch, right? To blow,
Yeah.
right? And then
Yeah.
part two JoJo's. Subaru's orb gets blasted into the sky, Cars style.
My phone is out of batteries.
Your phone was so confused and
It was surprised by peak.
yeah, no, that true. This could be. I mean, it could be it. He's gonna get blasted into space because we
The
know the moon
stars.
exists. We know the
Yeah.
celestial bodies exist. He
Like
blasts Subaru. He blasts Subaru into the sky, and we know that the Subaru, or the Pleiades constellation, doesn't exist here. So Subaru is in the stars,
he
and
becomes
he
the
becomes.
Pleiades cluster.
Just saying. Just saying.
That's so. Thanks for watching. I don't have anything else.
Yeah, me
There's
neither. Me neither.
I'm out.
This
We
this
used all of
this
our
this
correct.
chapter took all of our callouts and said, okay, all of your theories.
I mean, I wasn't expecting to be right. I mean, I was expecting
If
like
you
some
expect, we
things
were
to
right
be.
about pretty much everything. I just
But like we didn't know where to go from there. I mean, like we're not mind readers. Like
Yeah, I'm not tapping Nagatsuki, unfortunately. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it. We have nothing more today, and his camera's off. Thanks for watching, everyone.
bye, bye bye. I'm waving.
I hate mole humor.